Hey, ever since I dove into data science, I've been fascinated by how much it touches so many facets of life. It's incredible, isn't it? I've been wanting to share with you something I recently explored that combines cloud computing with the magic of machine learning, particularly using scripts in Azure Machine Learning. Ready to learn how to train models like a pro? Alright, let's get into it. So picture this, you are working on your AI model, right? But instead of jumping through hoops to manually set everything up, imagine you can have a script handle the heavy lifting. That's where Azure comes in. Imagine Azure as this super smart lab. Instead of doing everything by hand, you write a script to instruct that lab precisely on how to build and train your model. First off, setting up your Azure workspace is pretty straightforward. You sign up for a Microsoft account, create a resource group, and select a compute plan that suits your needs. Now, you are not just another data miner, you are in command center control. Next up, Python. Azure ML really loves Python because it's so friendly for data analysis. If you are not yet initiated, Python is easy to pick up, but if you are, awesome. Your data science scripts become poetry that Azure transforms into a powerful model. This is where the fun begins. We are about to make our data tell stories we didn't even know they could. You are familiar with data. Great, because Azure needs you to feed it, and this feeding frenzy is called data procurement. Here's a secret for you, Azure's ecosystem treats us to an abundance of data that's often free. You simply connect to data sources, and bam! You've got the fuel for your machine learning journey. Feeling excited yet? Okay, next stop, importing the data into Azure's own managed datasets. Like a curator selecting artworks for a gallery, you are picking pristine data sets ready to be sculpted into insights. Ready for some scripting action? Scripts are like the recipes for making models in Azure. We'll whip up something in Python. You see, we start with libraries such as pandas for data wrangling and scikit-learn for the core machine learning functions. They're like the palette and the primary colors for our masterpiece, without which our picture won't look complete. With our script laid out, we then create experiment configurations in Azure ML. It's like setting the rules and conditions for the model training lab. Every experiment you create is like setting different conditions in science, like changing the pH or temperature to see how it affects the outcome. You'll specify the environment like Python 3.6, which Azure ML uses. Once your model is up and running, it's assessment time. You might want to evaluate it, tweak variables, and improve the model iteratively. Azure ML gives you that iterative testing power, ensuring your model can learn from its mistakes and get smarter with each run. You are on a roll here. Now, let's say you want to deploy this model to the wider world so it can help in real business problems. You are in for a treat because Azure makes it a breeze to transfer your trained model into an Azure web service or even take it mobile with a custom application. You are seeing the end-to-end, from scripting to deployment. And here's the cherry on top. As a senior cloud architect, you know that understanding your infrastructure's cost is crucial, right? Azure ML does this too. You'll get a detailed bill for your experiments, which is way less mystery compared to hidden costs elsewhere. But wait, there's more. Advanced troubleshooting is another chapter in Azure ML's manuals. If things go wonky, Azure's documentation is your friend, guiding you through unforeseen errors and guiding knights towards saving their data kingdom. To truly get the most out of Azure ML, You'll want to be SEO savvy, making your content on this subject as discoverable as your well-trained model. Using relevant keywords, linking to Azure resources, and sharing your scripts and insights can position you as an Azure thought leader. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when shared. There's a community out there buzzing about Azure ML. You'll want to join forums, user groups, and social media to expand your network. Learning, sharing, and building connections with fellow Azure architects, devs, and data mavens amplifies your learning curve exponentially. As you become more confident, enterprise best practices roll out for you as well. Security, data governance, and model management become part of your toolkit. You are not just deploying models, you are deploying futures and possibilities, making Azure ML a trusted partner in enterprise data science projects. And here's something cool: Azure ML integrates with tools like TensorFlow and PyTorch. Diversity in tech opens new doors. It's like having a Swiss Army knife at your disposal. Whether your preference leans towards a TensorFlow TikTok or the sweet simplicity of scikit-learn, you are in control. Ready to take this adventure to new heights, where your scripts in Azure ML don't just train models, but they also write new chapters in data science lore. As your senior cloud architect partner, I'd say let's not stop here. There's always an innovative script, a novel experiment setup, or a breakthrough in deployment awaits. If you are itching to get deeper into Azure ML and see more of these marvels, don't forget to visit neeraj.qzz.io. There, you'll find TechLab subscribed to. Subscribe to this place, and I'll send you a treasure trove of blog posts to fuel your data science journey even further. Remember, the next big idea in Azure ML could be waiting in your next click and share. Subscribe to TechLab and let's make our journey through these cloud cities and data realms even more thrilling. Cheers to the world of AI and everything Azure ML has to offer.